Okay, chalo. After the Diwali break, let us get back to our basics. Okay, so today what we'll do is we will take these three shlokas, and towards the end we'll open up for Q&A. Okay, so be prepared in the sense if you have questions. It's not that you have to prepare the questions because I spoke like this. If the questions arise, you have to ask that if this is the case, what to do? If there is this just so much, what to do? Even personal questions can be taken up. Because the basic trend that I notice is that we are mainly concerned only about the miseries we face in our life, especially with our own self and our personal relationships. All of us. Actually, if you think about it, something happened to the neighbor or somebody got elected in some country doesn't bother us much. Like, there is Trump in the US, but it doesn't bother us, right? Because we are not there. We hear everything and we say, oh yeah, that, this. But it actually doesn't sync with our, psyche. And we're like, chalta hai, chhod, apne ko kya hai? This attitude is there. But when it comes to our personal, whether it's official, like even in the office, or even in the workplace, or even in business, or even in our house, or our close friends and close relatives and siblings, etc., the issues come up. All the misery is, if you think back, at home. There is no misery that is outside, technically. It's all at home. And the joys and the happiness also lie at home only. Now, my deal is, before we take up the shloka, the point here is, why do we think that we can cross over the misery and be only happy all the time? Krishna is saying samatva in dvandva. Day, night is 100% guaranteed if there is life. Misery, joy, 100% guaranteed. Why do I feel that I should always be joyful? Unless there is misery, you will not even realize it is joy. So joy will come, misery will come. Percentages will vary depending on your perception that day. Every moment it is your perception which perceives horrible misery or okay misery. The misery is same usually. But every day your perception will be different. And based on your perception, it will be either hyped up or it can be said, forget it. But misery will come for whoever it is. Fix this in your mind that we cannot remove the misery from our life. No scripture is guaranteeing, or nobody on this planet can guarantee that misery will disappear. Even like if you understand misery coming externally, like some accident, some health issue, this is all coming from somewhere to us, right? But misery is felt by us. So do you think that Krishna, Rama, Buddha did not feel misery? They have no pains. They have more issues than we got. So like we always say, paristhiti, the circumstance, cannot be changed. Cannot be changed. Don't ever think that I can change this situation. Misery will start. That is big misery, actually, than what the situation brings, believe me. Understand, no circumstance can be changed because all circumstances are karma phala. For ourselves also and for surroundings also. We cannot change any paristhiti, only manosthiti can be managed. Manasthiti, the state of mind, can be managed by me. That's all. But the paristhiti, everywhere you go and check, cannot be changed. Cannot be changed. Why? It is not in our control. Then why do I feel so much misery? I want to change that situation. How? I didn't bring it up. How can I change? Just think of this properly. Can I change any situation? Can anybody change any situation in life, any circumstance? No. But how I think about it, how I feel about it, how I see it, how I respond to it, my control. This much control we have. But then we start thinking, but I see it so horribly. I get so angry. I get so upset. How do I remove this? Let the situation be like that. But I want to remove my agitation. Then we have to do personal work on our own self. Even after doing that, you still cannot change the situation. Understand that what we thought was, oh, once I've done all my self-work and spirituality, all the situations I can start changing and it will look different. It might look milder or stronger, depending on your perception that day. That's at that moment, how your mood was, how your mind was, how aware you were will make a difference on how you perceive it or how you respond to it. That's it. So understand, always remember, circumstance I can't change. This happened because of me. It's not because of you. I've been hammering this shloka now continuously, 2.47. Nothing is happening because of me or you or anybody. We are not the reason for the fruit. The fruit is coming from Prakriti. The karma phala has come from Prakriti. The circumstance, the paristhiti has come from Prakriti. What can I do? I can do my action. That's it. I can shout, I can cry, I can manage, I can relax. It's all our game, personal game. But that cannot be changed. I am not the reason for that also. Even if it is a very good situation that has come up, you are not the reason for that. It's a very bad situation also. You are not nobody. Okay, when I say you, you will feel, chalo, this horrible thing happened. I didn't do anything actually. That one day. No, nobody is responsible for the paristhiti. This is the game changer. Until now, we were thinking, okay, this bad thing happened, but she said, no, I'm not the reason for this phala. That one is the reason, not possible. If I'm not the reason for this situation, nobody else is the reason for that situation. Situations come from Prakriti, from nature. If you believe in God, God brought the situation. If you believe in whatever you think, the nature has given the situation. It's all a permutations and combinations of everybody's karmas and different things. So that calculation brought this situation. That one was more bad, no? So the situation is bad. My karma was not so. Don't get into mathematics. Believe me, don't get into mathematics because we have no clue. We means nobody has a clue. Don't think, oh, that is gurus and that is saint. They will have a clue. No, they don't have a clue. That is why they're constantly doing their sadhana and their works also. Because they also don't know what will come from where. See, I was listening to somebody and they said, if enlightenment, okay, enlightenment or this self-realization is there as a thing, then they should be very free and they should not be doing any sadhana or any meditation or anything. But they are also doing. Why? Because understand one thing, self-realization is only understanding the self. It is not understanding the cosmos still. The cosmos is, in actual word, Virata. So vast, so expansive, and so you cannot, none of us, not even the realized soul, can actually grasp the vastness of existence itself. No scientist, no sage, no saint, no realized person. The one who realizes that, oh, it is so vast, we cannot realize this. We cannot understand this. This is the realization that happens. Realization is not, I understood everything. Impossible, because there is a limitation. That means we say that God, Paramatma, consciousness, existence is limited. So I understood. One realized soul understood, you think so? Then it's so easy. Anybody can do it. They realize the self, who they are and what is functioning, what's happening. There is a very deep experience of that. Other than that, the realization is it's immense, it is vast, and it cannot be comprehended at all. I can understand one section, then maybe another section, then maybe another section, but the vastness is so much. So if somebody comes and says, I am Sarvagyani, then understand they are not. Because they are Gyani, but not Sarvagyani, not possible. If anybody says, oh, I know everything, you can have a full $1 million smile, understanding that they have not understood anything. 100%. So then don't be in this false understanding of realization. Understand the vastness and the impossibility of the vastness. So if from this, what paristhiti will come, what circumstance will come, we have no clue. How I perceive it, what I see it, how do I respond to this self-work? And don't be so harsh on yourself that, okay, somebody was saying something and you lost your head and you said something. Okay, you shouted. Simple way. All of us do that on our spouse or children, for sure. Or family or somebody. We will shout. And then they will only say, oh, you're listening to Gita and spirituality and look at you. But did Gita and spirituality give you the stamp and guarantee that the anger will go out of the window? Why do you think anger is bad? Personally, I don't feel anger is bad. Anger is good if you know how to direct it. You have anger issues. You must be doing some yoga, some walking, some gym, some dance, something, some activity, walking at least. Remove your anger there. Let it come out. Let it come out in your activities. When you're doing yoga, push yourself. Angry, no? Push yourself one more step ahead. Why remove it on another human being? It is about being good, goodness, of not hurting anybody. That is, we can inculcate that. I don't want to hurt anybody. Why am I hurting? Because I am expecting something. Why am I expecting? I am not supposed to expect, because the phala is going to come, not from that person. We feel the karma phala, which Krishna is saying nobody is responsible for, this person is responsible for that. That is wrong. That's so unfair. That's totally unfair. You understand the thing, you will understand that it's not fair. Now, when it is husband and wife, okay, so much karmic knots are there, you're going to fight. 100%, there is no couple that I know of personally who have never fought. Then they must be brother, sister maybe. But husband and wife, not possible that they will not fight. It's okay to fight. Don't hold any malice. No hatred in the heart. No anger in the mind. At that moment, you fight. Next moment, make that cup of tea and give it to that person. Finish. Baat kar. And why am I angry? Why am I angry? Arey Baba, theek hai. Khatam, baat khatam, it's over. Don't claim to anybody that you're doing any spiritual work. You're not, because we feel that spiritual work. Do you think all the gurus are not getting angry? You don't know them. They all get angry. And the best of the closest of the sadhaks will know when they get it. Left, right, center. They get it. And they get it very well, nicely. So it's not that they don't get angry. They get angry, but they have no malice in the heart. No dirt in the heart. I will, take revenge. I'll do the nothing. No, nothing at all. Momentary response. That's all. And still, if you feel I shouldn't, it's too harsh, I should not do this, then start self work. First of all, understand that the opposite person has triggered you. That's why you reacted, is what we understand technically. So that person has said something and triggered you. That person cannot change. The triggering and what you are receiving is guaranteed by your karma only. It is your karma phala. The person triggering you is your karma phala. Now do what you want. That person, remove the person. That phala will come from somewhere or the other. That is guaranteed. It's your phala. Your karma phala which is coming back to you. Now what will you do with it? You can shout. You can accept. You can be like, okay, what to do? Whatever you want you do, that's your problem. But phala, he is like that and she is like that. No. They may be like that, but they are the giver of your phala, Baba. They are the delivery boys. Will you shout at the Amazon guy? No. These are all guys, people. Even we are delivery boys for our spouses and our parents and our children. They are going to get that phala and we are the givers for that. We only delivery. No personal, emotional connection. Only delivery. So this is going to happen in our life for all of us. Why do you think that if I become spiritual, whatever it is, I will never get angry? Your anger issues will reduce. And you will not hold anything in the heart. Heart will be pure. You will not hold anger 24 hours, 48 hours, 10 years before he had said that, all that remove. Now I got angry like a child. Just be like a child. If you don't give that chocolate, going to pull your chunni, dupatta or dress or, bang on you or do something because he wants that chocolate or biscuit or something. And after 10 minutes, sitting in your lap, forgotten. If we can be like this, then continue with everything else. Your anger, everything can continue. But afterwards, don't keep mulling over it. It's over. If you look at your own selves also, husband, wife, angry, fight, and children are sitting and wondering, what are these two doing? And after some time, they both are only discussing something very nicely. And you feel, my God, as a child, what are these two? They were fighting like cats and dogs. And now they are aramse sitting and having dinner together as if nothing happened. Couples are very deceptive. My advice to all children is, don't get in between couples. They are maha dangerous. You will get caught and they will be together again. After some time. This is 90% of the cases. Okay, not 100. 90% of the cases, they will be back again. So much karma is there now. Next week again we have to fight. Let's at least have 6 days be good together. This is how couples live. And take it easy. Don't take life too seriously. We become too serious. And spiritual means we start feeling that we have to be God, next God incarnate. Gods are also fighting. Everybody is arguing. Everybody is getting upset. Everybody is getting angry. Everybody is crying. Everybody is laughing. This is life. We need to relax. What we can do is, we have to check. What is my dosha? Vata, pitta, kapha. What is my guna? Rajas, tamas, sattva. And then work upon it. This is personal and self-work. That's all. Like if you have maybe you're getting pimples, then you have to see what I'm eating, what I should do, how to keep my skin clear. This is your personal work. Will you discuss this with anybody? No. This is also spiritual work, is self-work. It's too personal to discuss with others. So when you learn the Gita, it is not for giving pravachan to others. It is only for your own self. Don't read this and learn this and tell this to 10 people, because they'll maybe not be interested, or they will not be. See, only if they're interested you can speak to them. But for that, you should first go thoroughly into it. First, analyze your own self. This is very interesting. You have to analyze yourself. This chapter especially. Now he says, Shloka 14, Yada Sattve Pravriddhetu Pralayam Yati Dehabrit Taduttama Vidam Lokan Amalan Pratipadyate. One full shloka given for Sattva. 15 shloka, Rajas and Tamas combined. Cheating. For Sattva, Krishna has given one full explanation, one full shloka. What he says is, when Sattva grows or rises at the time of Pralayam, death, Tada Uttama Vidam Loka. One is born in Uttama Lokas, in very superior Lokas. And people, where you're born in a place where there are people of knowledge, knowledgeable people, superior knowledgeable abodes. Okay? Amalan, mala, dirt. Amalan, pure. So the soul reaches there. When Sattva grows at death, tada uttama vidam lokam, superior or supreme knowledgeable abodes and pure abodes. In such a place, the soul is reaching to be born again. All of us are thinking, where was I born? Was I born in this supreme loka with knowledgeable people and pure? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you were born. Okay. Next is, but understand that at the time of death, the chitta was not in a sattvic mode, for sure. For all our families where we are born in. Next he says, Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangishu jayate. Rajas is predominant at the time of death. Understand that the person or the personality or the soul is born in a place where there is a lot of attachment to karma, work. That atmosphere you are born in. Tatha pralinas tamasi, when the tamasi dies, tamasi in the sense the chitta is in a state of tamas, mudha yonishu jayate. You are born in lower births, like animals, and you can become a tree or anything. It doesn't matter. Lower births is where you don't have to use your head at all. Absolute labor class. Absolute, okay? They're not zero intelligence. Literally, intellect is functioning at 0 or 1, 0.1. That is also Modha Yoni. Because they will never think. They will never think much. So that is one, think in the sense analyze. Thinking is normal. Analyze, wonder, nothing like that. They're just living just like almost like an animal. Getting up, procreating, going to work, getting food, taking care of, rearing the children, bringing them. That's it. Simple. No question, no doubt, nothing. No prayer, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because there is no want, nothing. They don't want anything also. They're just living. So that is also one category. So now when you understand these things, when he says all this, what are we supposed to do? Because we start feeling, okay, somehow we got born somewhere, now what to do? Now focus on Shloka 10, which said, what is predominant? If Sattva is predominant, the qualities of Rajas and Tamas that arise can be managed. So, Sattva is predominant. We can make any of the qualities, any of the gunas predominant. The dosha that we are born with, this apna Vata Pitta Kapha, this we cannot change. This is as at conception it is decided, not even after birth. At conception, depending on the that time the dosha of the parents, the moods and everything, decides at conception the dosha that you are born with. So if you are pitta dosha predominant, you will be pitta dosha all your life. It can fall up and down, but the basic dosha is pitta. The Ayurveda doctor will write it for you. That is your constitution. Pitta, Vata, Kapha, or Vata, Pitta, 1, 2, 3, Vata, Pitta, Kapha. That is almost the same, varying in different stages of life, but predominantly the same. Okay, that will not change, but gunas can change because gunas keep cycling through the day. Now, where we get control is, they are going to circulate anyway. This Rajas, Tamas, Sattva. You can make one of them the rider, the predominant one, by working hard. Okay? Work hard. Working is Rajas. Rajas is not bad. Rajas is absolutely essential. We cannot do any action without Rajas. So Rajas is good. But the problem is when Rajas gets too Rajasic, technically, we start Rajasing in the mind, as I said, the Rajas becomes so much that you become restless and you become greedy, you want more, you want to hoard more, the want becomes more. Now, Rajas guna by itself is not harmful. Using the Rajas guna with Sattva predominant Chitta, what did Adi Shankaracharya do? He went all over the country preaching without Rajas. Rajas was utilized. Swami Vivekananda, all gurus, Rajas is utilized with Sattva overriding, predominant. How does Sattva become predominant? No way. It just has to think that the intention has to change. That I want this for myself, I want this for myself, I want for only my family. I want to give here, I want to give there, I want to distribute, I want to help people socially be more useful. Same thing, same action. Sattva predominant. Same thing is being done. But the intention has shifted. So understand these things. Don't think that Rajas is bad. Tamas is you have to rest and you have to sleep. Tamas is required. But it is 5:30. Okay, 7. This is wrong. This is tamas becoming tamasic. Okay? So then tamas is needed with sattva predominant. What is sattva? Sattva is jnana. Be in the knowledge that 7 hours or 8 hours sleep is enough. I have to wake up. Now sattva has stepped in. So and has closed the tamas. Now you have to stop. When tamas takes over, then 6 becomes 8 a.m., 8 becomes 9 a.m. because weekend, then understand very clearly that tamas is overriding you. And sattva has become down because of that. With sattva predominant, you can use both rajas and tamas. Now let us understand this like a typical triangle. So there are 2 horses and 1 rider. The rider should be sattva. And the horses should be rajas and tamas. So use the running and use the stopping. Just like a car, top gear, neutral, top gear, back. Understand these things, when to use what, when to brake and when to accelerate, when to brake and when to accelerate. Understanding this comes from sattva. Now suppose sattva slept off. Now full acceleration is going on. No control. Can't stop. That means sattva is missing. Now only stop. Can't start. Sattva is missing. When these 2 are in balance, that means sattva is predominant. So utilize all the gunas. It is not about, I don't want to be rajasic, I want to be only sattvic. It's not possible. It's not possible. You have to, sattva can always be predominant, but always. But utility can be of rajas or utility can be of tamas. So understand and utilize. Most people will start thinking, I am going to meditate full day now. I'm in spirituality. I am going to do only this. Full failure. Do your housework, do your office work also. Work is important. You cannot stop work to do one thing. There is no running away from our responsibilities. Responsibility is full gear you take, what is required. Understanding that I still cannot change the circumstance. I can only change my view of the circumstance. We start feeling responsible to that extent where we start feeling, I have to be able to do something about this. You cannot. How I see this, I can change. But that I can't change. Nobody can. Nobody can. Not only I, nobody can. So just relax. Don't feel, I can't do this. Maybe my brother can do it. They also can't. They are not God. They also cannot change the situation. Nobody can change the situation. They can help you change your view of it. That's all. So when people come with circumstances and say what to do, please change your situation, all gurus are baffled. They say, okay, bless you, but can they change that circumstance? They can't. They can't. It's your view. You are asking them to change the circumstance and your view also. Your view only you can change. Others can only tell you. When you go to the spectacle shops, okay, they will give you this number, they will test and give you the accuracy. The frame you have to choose. The glass you have to choose. They can only set the number and give you. Everything else you have to do. Now you will say, every day I want to go to the spectacle shop because it helps me. They give me the number. Guru has already given the number. You are not utilizing your spectacles. You are supposed to utilize. You are supposed to put in your hard work. See, again, hard work is not about trying to change a circumstance or a situation. Hard work is only on the self. How am I viewing this? Can I view this better? This is too much misery. Can I remove all the misery? Then Akshita is saying, you all only preach, na, Satchit Ananda. So that means we are that. I said, Ananda is not a product of something. Ananda is you. Hidden by you only. By your own mess. Ananda was not derived because I did this, I got Ananda. That is happiness. Don't get confused. I did this, so I became sad. I did this, became happy. That is a product, byproduct. Ananda is not a byproduct. Ananda is you. That is a huge difference. So there is nothing, nobody ever said that spirituality means remove all misery. There will be no misery. There will be only bliss. No. There will be happiness and sadness. You can be seated in your very nature, feeling peaceful and calm, if you wish to. But if you want to get into the agitation, get into it. How does it matter? Understand that you have to be lighter on yourself and not harsher on yourself. We usually fail because people also start pinning and saying, what is this? You all are doing so much. कुछ असर ही नहीं पड़ रहा. पूछना है किसने बोला असर पड़ेगा? Who gave, which spiritual organization gave the guarantee that all this will go and there will be only joy and bliss, and nobody has given any guarantee. It is our misunderstanding. Spirituality is only self-work, which we usually avoid. We do all outside work and don't look at ourselves. It is taking bath every day internally. That is spirituality. Different techniques. But cleansing my own mind, heart, like we clean the body, we can't clean the organs. So what do? We clean the subtle heart, subtle mind, and that's all we can do. And if that results in something nice for you, great. Great. Because you clean your specs, you can see better. Rajas, Tamas, Sattva is 3 windows. Tamas is fully not cleaned for 2 years. Okay? And Rajas is quite, cleaning once a month window. Sattva is sparkling, clean window. See through. You will maybe bang your nose into it. That clean. 3 windows. But still windows. You're still not reached. Sattva does not mean, oh, I can almost see my own self. Maybe, but you're not reached there. Window is still there. Sparkling clean, but window is still there. That is why Triguna, Teeth, Nirguna is true self has to reach there. But that's what he says. Nistraigunyo bhava Arjuna. How? Nistraygunya, without the gunas, go beyond the gunas. With the physical body, not possible. But in your mind, you can be beyond the gunas. Krishna will come to that towards the end because Arjuna will ask the question. So nothing to worry about that. Now when sattva is prevailing strongly at pralayam, deha means the jiva. At the time of death, tad uttama vidam lokan will end up taking birth in uttama, supreme, superior, knowledgeable abodes, where there is lot of purity. Now, that means, technically if you go, it means you will be born in upper lokas. We had done 14 lokas in the Vashishta also we had learned. There are 14 lokas, okay, totally. So the upper lokas are all Devaloka, Brahmaloka, and different, and then down lokas or the Atala, Vitala, Patala, and all these lokas are there where there is the less energy. You can understand like trees and birds and serpents and animals and base humans, raw humans, like that. Otherwise, in the center is the human being, earth, and above are good lokas. So now the lokas are not, don't start imagining that maybe I have to take a ticket and travel there. With the state of mind, with the where you're staying itself, there can be Swarga Loka, there can be Naraka Loka also. All lokas are right here. Wherever you are, you can feel it at times. Oh, this was Swarga. And you can feel, oh, this is Naraka. Both are our states of mind. The lokas are all here only, right now. So then, just if you look back, how was your conditioning? Was it work-related? Was it tamasic? Or was it pure and with knowledgeable people? All this you can analyze. But then, there is nobody to blame. Oh, my parents were like this. No. I took birth here. I take that responsibility that I took birth in this place means at my death, earlier death, I was in this state of mind. So I got this abode today. Nobody else is there. Only you are there. So imagine I am the reason. At my death, this was the state. So this moved here and I am born here today. Doesn't matter wherever you are, you can always keep changing it at any moment you want. It's in your control. Unlike the dosha, the gunas are very much, you can say, malleable. You can change them. You can bring it the way you want. It's like your own car. You want to accelerate. You want to stop, you stop. But to know when to accelerate and when to stop, you need knowledge. That is where sattva steps. That's why knowledgeable. And it's called Supreme Loka. Okay. So now, then the continuation is that the easier way to bring sattva to predominance is being in the right company, right association. Believe me, there is no replacement for that. You may be doing all 100 types of sadhanas, but there is no replacement to satsanga. The company of sattva, company of truth, that will influence you more than any other thing can do. That's why the satsangs, the pravachans and all these things help us. Because it is satsanga, it is the right association. It's like brainwash. Your car, if you leave it for 15 days and you come back, there is so much dust that you feel, I can't even tell that guy to clean it. I'll take it to the car wash. You pay extra money and get the car washed. Like that, this is brainwash. Because full day, anyway, we are feeding something and getting influenced. The mind is constantly getting influenced. Already, plus what we have stored is influencing us. So then we have to change the storage a little bit by constantly giving good influences, good in our sense, good influences to it, so that that's what it will respond accordingly. So it's changing the, not change. See, you cannot throw away what you had. Lot of people tell that I have to unlearn what I had learned. You cannot remove anything that you had learned already. If I tell you every day, forget 2 is to 2 is to 4, you cannot. I will tell you every day, okay? In every Gita session, I will say, 2 2s are 4, you forget. Please forget 2 2s are 4. You will never forget. You will never forget. What you learned will remain. But in Gita session, you don't remember 2 2s are 4. It will be there somewhere. When it is needed, it will come. Like that, there is no unlearning. There is always fresh learning. You have to freshly, daily influence your mind with beautiful thoughts, beautiful emotions, beautiful actions, so that every day it is like refreshing the mind. The laptop gets locked, refresh button, refresh button. The other day I was putting something in the cart of this supermarket, Carrefour supermarket. And I said, Akshita, the new things are not visible only. I had put it. She said, Mom, refresh. Refresh button. Press refresh. I said, okay. So these ideas come to refresh. Every day you have to refresh button. You have to sleep. You have to log out. You have to update. All this is whatever you do with your laptop, you have to do with your own self. Mobile, hang. Oh, no problem. I will shut down and I will restart. ये हैंग होते पता भी नहीं चलता this also gets hanged so many times. Only when sudden blast of anger comes. Oh, maybe it was in hung state for so long. I was not aware. I just blasted. It's hanging too much overload. So keep refreshing. How? After 1 hour, people say, breath refresh. Take 5 deep breaths and you will be fine. Do it. That's separate. Knowledge also, learning also, chanting also, whatever helps you individually. Every 1 hour, do 2 minutes of that. Refresh. That's so easy to bring suddenly sattva back to predominance. If you're doing too much, you'll realize, oh my God, I'm pushing too much. I have to stop. This came from that refresh button. I was simply pushing. I have to stop. So every 1 hour or 2 hours, set an alarm and that 2 to 5 minutes, sit down and do whatever is most suitable to you personally. Whatever it is, you could just sit down. That is also fine. Sit down, do nothing. Just sit and think what I did in the last 1 hour or 2 hours. Okay. Where I need to. You can just, contemplate on that. Or read few shlokas. Or meditate. Or chant. Or do breath work. See, it's all personal. What suits you, you do it. Whatever it is. Just refresh and you're back. None of us are in a bad state. It's only because we left the car without washing that the bad state seems to be there. That's all. So washing, refreshing, cleansing is a continuous process. But the mark on the car will still not go. It will be there. We can give it that wax and the glue. I don't know what they do on the car, all shining. But still, that mark is still slightly visible. It's okay. It doesn't matter now because you are refreshing, you're re-cleaning, you're redoing. It is all self-effort, continuous, day-to-day basis. Day-to-day, hourly basis, even better. So on dying with rajas prevalent takes birth in homes where karma sangha, attachment to fruitive actions. If you are born in a place where everybody is doing action for fruits, and you got this satsanga where you learned that if I want fruits only and I have to act for fruits only, it will give me misery, then you have to reset. reset the laptop, reset the program. Slightly you reset by understanding fruits will come. I don't have to hanker for the fruits. I was born in this and trained like this, but I don't have to hanker for the fruits. Fruits will come. I will focus on my work completely. This will take away most of the misery. Because fruits will anyway come. There is no choice. Fruits will come. And you have to take it. You can't give it to anybody. You keep the fruits. But hankering will stop. Hankering, craving for the fruits is rajas. Taking the fruits is natural for everybody. Okay? Taking it in prasada buddhi is sattva guna. Taking it with complaints or overjoy or too much of over expression will be little rajas. So understand these things. It is not right or wrong. Don't start feeling that, oh, I took it so excitedly. Now I'm too rajasic. It's okay. It's okay. Just watch and think, oh, fine. This is how I am. This is how I am. So I'm going to get sukha dukha both. It is fine. Accept yourself. Accept yourself. Don't think that that is better and this is horrible. Don't be harsh on yourself. Okay? Thing is, this rajas is excellent, but its qualities are worry and restlessness. If there is too much worry, chinta, understand it is rajas. And it's not doing you good. Forget whether it is good or not. But it is not doing you good. That time you have to be careful that too much worry, rajas has risen beyond reason. I have to calm down. Next is restlessness, greed. Too much greed, not good. I have to, it is not, I have to start sharing. This should come. These are options. Immediately that same action becomes sattva. Restlessness, too much restlessness. Check everything. Check your food, check your action, check how much I want from something. Try to calm down. Use the techniques to calm down. Doesn't matter. Be very practical. Use techniques to calm down. Next is, see, rajas is needed, but with sattva predominant. Rajas is action. So if you look at all the people spiritually, you know, who are, you feel gurus or masters, they're mostly 90% been rajas. Rajas with sattva predominant. They have done enough and more action than we can ever imagine. Their rajas was so strong that they can't stop. They can't stop. So what they do is they change the intention for people. But they still can't stop. They are traveling more than we can imagine we can travel. That much rajas dharma is there for them in this life. They can't stop, even if they want to. That's why I'm saying rajas is not bad. What they did was intention changed. No greed, no restlessness. They removed it. Seva for others, for others, for others. But action is impossible. So much action they are doing. That means their dharma of this life was rajas, to do action. Swami Vivekananda, last breath he was working. Working non-stop. So how can we say rajas is bad? Mother Teresa? Rajas. Oh, I have no rajas. I am sattvic. The action looks sattvic, but not possible without the guna of rajas. Now with the same rajas guna, she could have gone, made a family, had 10 children and 20 grandchildren, doesn't matter. Same rajas, she can go and do this. Not that this is right and that is wrong. Both are okay. But understanding is different. As soon as the intention changes, it looks pure, amalan. That is sattva. So if you have rajas, utilize it. You should utilize it. But change the intention slightly. Put it like, most of it I'll try to do for seva. The rest I will do for my, of course, you need to earn your own bread. So for that also. So do everything. The rajas is given for a reason. So don't only getting into the mode of where you were born, into the total rajas, can you bring the sattva. It's like a silver lining on the cloud. Without rajas, we can't do much. There are so many rishi munis and all sitting in the mountains, meditating. Sattva. But we don't know about them. We have no use of them also. It's a personal journey. It's okay. But imagine all the Rajasic gurus, so useful for us, giving us tips and tricks and ideas and giving up their life, literally going here and there, doing so much for so many people. Not possible without the Rajas guna. As soon as they understand that my Rajas is high, they start working for others. That makes them sattvic. But they are utilizing the Rajas guna. And they're trying to balance the rest and meditation and tamas so that the sattva can remain predominant constantly. Otherwise, Rajas can go out of hand anytime. You have to be very, very careful that proper rest and relaxation is happening. Otherwise, Rajas will go out of hand. And then the sattva that was intention was so nice will suddenly drop, So be aware, be careful. That's all. Now the tamas prevalent is born in a mudha yoni, lower births, animalistic tendencies. So we could technically rule out this. This is more of the animalistic tendencies, a lot of people who are totally in ignorance. So it's okay. Don't think much about this, but understand that this is, we tell people, our own children at times, don't sit there like a piece of log. Get up and do something. That's all. But that tamas sometimes seeps in. We behave like trees. Banyan trees, not moving at all. Not getting out of that sofa. Some of us also, sometimes not getting up from the bed. Understand that. This is mudha, nivritti, what is there. This, I have to get up. I have to start bringing the rajas. Gaadi chalu karna hai. I have to start the car. Tell yourself and do it. It will happen. Don't worry. See, when rajas is there, there's one more negative, that doership is high. Very high ego. That is why the intention has to switch to service quickly. Otherwise, the ego will be super, super high. If I am not there, the whole world will collapse, stuff like that. So instantly you have to switch to, the intention has to switch for people. Seva and dana, dharma, all that you should start. Then rajas can be managed. Don't think that my prevalent is rajas, but I can suddenly start meditation. You can't meditate if rajas is really dominant. You're born in a place of rajas, you cannot meditate. Don't try. Why do you want to meditate directly? You sleep. You sleep 6 to 8 hours, that is enough. You work for others, that will bring more joy than when you work for yourself. So service is the option for rajas. Now, suppose if you have, basically if you have two cars, suppose in India, most people have two cars nowadays. 2 cars are lying in the garage and both are used only for the 2 or 3 or 4 of you, not for other people. You're not helping anybody to drop someone, leave someone, or giving it for some utility services. No, you're only keeping them in the garage. Then it's a mistake. Then it is pure rajas. Again, let it be for the use of others, the car and yourself also. Now, this was rajas, and how bad are we on time? Let's close this. So yeah, the tamas you understood like a tree. Now it is 16th shloka. He says pure results for sattvic. Sukritas nirmalam phalam. Nirmalam, amalan. These are all pure words for pure. Nirmalam phalam. The sattvic will always get pure fruits. The karma phala will come, which is nirmala. And karma phala for rajas is dukkha, pain. And now suppose the phala that's coming to you, okay, in your life personally, somebody shouting at you, somebody angry with you, what phala is this? Dukkha phala. Where did it come from? Your rajas predominant action has brought this phala for you. Nobody is to blame. Now, very nice phala is coming. Continuously happiness, people are good, nice things are happening. These are phalas coming from your sattva actions. Where sattva was predominant action, this phala is come. And tamas prevalent karma phalam is ignorance. Ajnana. What was the shloka again? 16th shloka was Karmanaha sukritasyahuhu satvikam nirmalam phalam rajasastu phalam dukkham ajnanam tamasah phalam. Very simple now. So these are the fruits for these three. Before we take 17 next time, I just made 3 columns, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, and I started writing all that we learned from 1 to 16. So Sattva Guna says Nirmala, Prakashakam. These all words are there from Shloka 1 to 16. So Sattva Guna says Nirmala, Prakashakam, Anamayam, and binds to Sukha and Jnana, bondage. So the bondage of Sattva Guna is to Sukha, that's happiness, and Jnana. Okay? When Sattva dominates, all gates, all the 7 gates are illumined by Jnana. And at death, the abode that the Sattvic person reaches is of the learned and the wise. And what are the fruits? Nirmalam phalam. So just it became easy to understand the Sattva Guna. The Rajas was Raga, desires, okay, and associations, binds, is bound by associations and attachment to fruitive actions. Trishna Sangha, Karma Sangena. So attached to actions also and attached to desires also. Binds one to fruitive actions, Karma Sangena. Then when Rajas is predominant, greed, exertion for worldly gains, restlessness, craving, ego, whatever we spoke of, you can write. Where is a Rajasic person born? Karma Sangeshu, where there is, exertion towards fruitive actions. What is the phalam? Dukkha. Now when it comes to tamas, ignorance, delusion, binds one through negligence, laziness, and sleep. Pramada, alasya, nidra. Then tamas clouds the jnana and binds to pramada. When tamas dominates, ignorance, inertia, negligence, delusion, these are the stuffs that will come. Then born Mudayoni, lower worlds. Okay? And what is the phalam? Ajnanam phalam. So imagine when you feel that, oh, how ignorant, then it is the phala of tamasic action. When you feel, oh my God, what, so much dukkha, this is the phala of rajasic action. When you feel nice thing happened, it is the phala of sattvic action. So now whole day, you check all your phalas. When you check your phala, whatever comes to you is phala, okay? Everything, all that comes to you is phala. All situations that come is phala. Check all the phalas. And you will see that the actual action was rajasic. or tamasic or sattvic. What actions we are doing which is propelling certain phalas. Always remember that still one is not bringing the whole thing. It is a collection of lot of things that is bringing the paristhiti, the circumstance. So don't be too harsh again, but look at yourself and feel that I like to feel good. Then you work on yourself. I feel miserable. I need to work on myself. It's very simple. Just like you take care of your body, you take care of your mind. Most important thing to do. Okay, now let's open up for questions.